Tonight, these gladiators do battle in the last great Colosseum, but make no mistake, we're not in Rome, because it's Bristol, baby.
Yes, we are here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and it's going to be an exciting place for some racing, Aaron.
It's very tight, very fast, everything happens really quick at Bristol. So let's pull up our grid as these cars get ready to roll out on their formation laps.
So starting up at the front of the grid, it is Brad Newman taking pole position tonight with Riley Curtis on his outside. That's row number 1. On row 2, it's Ryan Jones with Stevie Dub making it a DPR lockout. Row number 3, we have Jason Martin and Double D himself, Mr. Davey Douglas. On row 4, we got Daniel Boyd with Andy Barber. Row number 5, it's Shane Bowen with Ryan Barber.
Coming out of 11th, Dane Snadden, Gary Wellman, Tyler Williams, Josh Micklemore, Tom Pritchard, Brian Blundell, Sam Chapman, Alex DeBolix, Anthony Cuthbertson and Henry King in 20th place.
And in 21st is Mr. Matt Danson with Ethan Winter on his outside. We've got Aaron Borg, Trent Gosley, Michael Campbell and Shane Newens. That's our 26 cars out on the track tonight here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And, well, it's a track, as you said, it's very tight, very claustrophobic, but it's also very fast because of those banks.
That it is. Very tight. The general preferred line will be the low line, but you can make a lot of head of steam on that outside line, but you will burn up that right front and get loose or tight very quickly.
Absolutely. We've seen some of those big moments on that outside. You can get a huge run out there and make a few spots up nice and quickly as we're looking out here from the commentary booth, trying to get our eyes on the field. The pace car will be peeling in very, very soon as it does its laps here at Bristol. Lights are out and we're going to be going live here for round number 8 of the X Series. It is the Australian NASCAR eSeries here on Australian NASCAR eSeries YouTube and Facebook.
So we've got Brad Newman in the number 40, that twin blue livery on the inside, Riley Curtis in the Hot Wheels livery on the outside. 2 Simrigs DPR cars just behind him. Will they be able to work together to start moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely bumper field out there, and there are some very talented drivers all throughout, so I'm expecting to see some good racing. The pace car pulls in, and we're going to go in green here at Bristol, and a good start for Brad Newman.
Getting pushed there by the 11 of Ryan Jones there to clear Riley Curtis onto the back straight there. All clear so far.
The rest of the field getting through nicely. Lots of decent side-by-side action here.
Brad Newman still got him at the front. A lot of 2 wide action, a bit further, deeper in the field there, around that 10th to 15th mark. Ryan Jones isn't letting Newman get away. He's sticking right on his bumper. They've cleared Riley Curtis by about half a second now. Brad's just picking a slightly higher line through, I believe, 1 and 2 then.
Yeah, he's just dropping it a little bit lower, sort of going mid-track through 3 and 4 as they get onto the front straight, and that is going to be helping them just try and preserve those tyres a little bit. That's going to be the aim of the game, because it looks like we've got some green flag running here. There's still quite a bit of 2 wide action down in the mid-pack from about 10th onwards. Currently, Daniel Boyd leading that charge with Dane Snadden on his outside. So plenty of action on the track at the moment, and they're giving us some great racing out here.
You can see the 21 of Jason Martin just on the inside of Tyler Williams there, who just kisses the wall. It's all very tight in this mid-pack now. As you can see, those front guys have just skipped away.
Yeah, we've got a couple of people with some technical issues as well, so looks like there might be a little bit of an issue in the Barber household, unfortunately. But it is up the front at the moment. Brad Newman to Ryan Jones, Riley Curtis, Stevie Dubb. As you said, Jason Martin dropping back a little bit here. I wonder if he's going into tyre preservation mode in this early stage with no early caution. That could be a good shout from Martin.
They probably only need one set of tyres for around here for this race. Oh, big snap in mid-corner for, I believe, the 79 there. With Daniel Boyd. See Matt Danson just roaming up on the rear of him. As Danson sends it to the inside on the 79. As we got Josh Micklemore.
He saves it.
Somehow saves it. We're staying green.
It's got to be save of the day so far for Josh Micklemore. He's going to really not be enjoying that with those rear tyres. They will have been completely burnt up in the 31. But he has managed to keep pointing in the right direction. No caution, so we are still going. But it's going to take a couple of laps just to get those tyres cooled down, I reckon. And that could be really painful, unfortunately, for the 31 of Micklemore.
It's a bit hard to cool them down when you're in this mid-pack. You can see the 91 and the 34 just gives him a little bit of a hit and cops another hit. Are they going to keep it straight? The caution is out. Not for that incident. It's a separate incident involving Anthony Cuthbertson.
Yeah, that was a couple of moments there. And this one, just a little bit of contact from the outside to the inside. Unfortunately for Cuthbertson, that's going to get him around. But he's managed to not hit anybody. He's had a big snap as he's trying to save it. Oh, and then the 73, unfortunately, gets caught up in that.
Just clips the 73 there on the outside. Shane Newens.
So we'll get a view from here from Shane Bowen. So Shane Newens, sorry. So he's had a bit of a spin there. And then he's seen the car having the instant up there, and he's thinking, I'm just going to go high.
And just gets flipped on that quarter panel.
The one thing I'd say for the 73 there is maybe took a bit too much speed into that. He should have slowed it down a fair bit more. Getting into that incident and just gotten the brakes a bit earlier, because you don't know with a car here. Usually they're going to slide down the track. So because of the banking of this place, like any steep bank track, the car is always going to slide down. So you need to make sure you're aiming for that low line. So aiming for the high line, sorry, I should say, just to sort of sneak your way through. Because you're generally going to find the car sliding down. But you really need to slow it down more than that as well, because if the car is bouncing, if it's sliding like that, it could shoot up the track or shoot down. You don't know how it's going to go. If you slow down a little bit more before that incident, you're going to be able to find your way through safely rather than getting caught out like that, unfortunately.
These guys are just trying to make that little bit of track position. Unfortunately, it didn't work for Shane Newens this time around.
Yeah, it's getting as much as you can and trying to get everything working. Unfortunately, it looks like Anthony Cuthbertson has had to take it behind the wall. So he might be out of this race. We've got Andy Barber back out there as well as Ryan Barber. So it looks like the Barber boys are back out on track, but they have lost a few laps. Pace car is in. We're going to be going back to green very shortly.
But this time around, Brad gets to choose when they go in the box. He's normally very good at getting that good jump. Still got Ryan Jones on his outside, and then he's got the 93 of Riley Curtis under him. Good jump by Brad Newman to clear out the front, and then Ryan Jones tucks right in beside him, gets a good run. He's going to fire it on the inside, keeping Brad up high. Brad's going to have that momentum off the corner, and you can just see how much quicker. Ryan looked like he got a bit tight off the corner.
Yeah, definitely Newman's managed to get a decent start there and just keep Jones behind him with Stevie Dubb there as well. Those two will be working together, but behind it's an absolute furball at the moment. Got Riley Curtis heading up the rest of the back with Dave Douglas behind him. Just on the inside, got Dane Snadden, Gary Wellman, and then it's almost 2 by 2 all the way through the field. some hard racing going on now between these cars.
We're on board with Henry King there for a second, up 11 positions since the start of this race. He's in 9th now, just knocking on the door of tail end of that top 10. All very tight, 2 by 2. You see a big slide there by, I believe, Dane Snadden.
Yeah, those rear tyres are not looking happy on Snadden at the moment. They might have just be a little bit on the warmer side.
We've got a
they're
car
keeping it
around.
round she goes.
In there.
Henry King, unfortunately, had a bit of a slide, sort of maybe a little bit of contact between himself and Winters on the entry to the corner, and then unfortunately car behind Winters sort of gets in a bit too hot as well, ends up pushing him in there, and I think that was actually Mr. Matt Danson himself there. So Danson sort of had to keep going. He had a car behind him as well with Borg, so it looked like Borg and Danson sort of got into the backs of each other, and then bang, in she goes.
That's that commentator's curse. I was just sending Henry King those good praises, and then something like that happens. Hopefully that's not too much damage. Doesn't look like it. It's just a gentle spin. Brings out the caution. He'll have to make up that ground once again.
The worst thing about that is just going to be getting it all caught on the screens, and it will have put some heat in those tyres as well. And that's going to do a bit of a moment there. Ryan Jones doing the dummy there into the pit lane. Everybody was fooled by that action. I don't know if any driver's ever been caught out by the old pit lane dummy.
Matt Danson just going down pit lane, maybe get a bit of that front and rear damage done.
Yeah, he's just getting some of those little repairs, maybe tapping a little bit of fuel in there as well, because that could be useful. You could, if there's a lot of cautions, you can make it without stopping here sometimes. But if you you get a little bit of extra fuel in the car, it can't go to hurt you too much. And we joined up in
my race from Thursday night, just chipping away a little bit of damage after just small little incidents here and there. Just makes your night a very long one.
I was about to say, you were chipping away. I was having to get a sledgehammer and literally smash away at the damage on my car on Thursday night, unfortunately. She took a bit of a heavy hit to the nose.
Mine was never too bad, but just enough to keep me out of that top 10. Lights are off on the pace car.
And they're coming round to the restart zone. When does Newman drop the loud pedal? He's waiting. Pace car will be coming in soon, and they are going to be going when he goes. And it's always that tricky thing. You got to second guess. You got to try and work out when it's going to happen. They drop it down, probably into second gear, maybe first for some of these boys. Don't want to get too much wheel spin. Pace car will peel into the lane now, and Newman gets ready for the restart. When does he go? When does he go? When does he go? He waits. He gets away. Ryan Jones just having to lift there a little bit to not get a penalty. He could have very easily found himself jumping the start there. I think he was almost close to it, but he gets away nicely. He's going to try and get up on the high side here. Try and get past Brad Newman.
We haven't seen too many people take it to Newman this year, so it's good to see Jones just being ultra aggressive, looking on the inside, looking on the outside. He's never really let Brad get that far out. About a car length as far as he's ever gotten.
And unfortunately, the man that probably could take it to Brad Newman tonight is up here in the booth. We're joined by Mr. Nigel Siddell. Nigel, how are you going, mate?
I'm going well. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you. There was just a bit of on-track action. There's a little spin from Gary Wellman in the background.
No, I'm just having some mega computer issues here at the moment, guys, so I do apologise if I do drop in and out. I've got myself a brand new PC, and I will admit that it's not going great as the yellow flag is out.
Oh, as we've got a moment between Winter and Newman, Shane Newman, as there's contact down straight. Looks like, heavy contact side by side. And Danson gets pinged up in that one as well. So look at this, just gets hit in the rear, bang, up in the wall.